Good morning. This is Nana Judy Allen, and today we're going to be doing some Keep It Simple and Stepping It Up. And we are going to be doing holiday theme again. If it seems a little fast or whatever, just let me know. Leave a comment, whatever. I'll try to pay attention to Facebook and see your comments and everything else. So I want to show you several things. I did a class over the weekend, and it was a thing. You used several sheets of paper and you made 14 cards. And I'm taking some of that today to show you because it is simple stamping and you can step it up. And I just want to show you, we're going to make some cards, and I'm also going to show you some other cards using maybe some different kind of paper, and just to show you how one simple project with different paper can make such a difference. All right, so with that, let's get started and I'll show you what's going on. All right, so we are doing holiday with Halloween again. That's all right, because I'll show you some Christmas as well too. Let me just move up so you can see it. So we're starting off first with a 6x6 sheet of paper. And basically what I did is I took off 2 inches off the side and saved it for another day for use of scraps or something. And then I set up here at the bottom, this is 4 inches wide, as you can see. And then if you pull this away, the bottom piece is going to be 2 inches tall. And then what we do here is we have these 2 pieces here that are 4 inches tall. But what we're going to do is we're going to take out, and this is just a smidgen, but still you want to take it out because it's going to give us that sort of stained glass look and effect. And you can do this with any paper, and that's the beauty of it. So basically, I took out, if you can see that, it's not much at all. It's only like, I want to say like 2/16. I basically took a 16th off of each side. So if you measured this right here, this would actually be 1 5/16. Okay? It's just a smidgen. I did it off of both sides, and the reason is you want the look here, and I'll show you how it's going to look on the card. It's just going to give it enough of that stained glass look and effect, but you have to take it from the middle, because if you don't, Nana already knows I made this card 3 times before I got it right, because I was taking off the edges, and it's not. You want to take it right there in the center, and that way it just has that look that we're looking for. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this together. And I'm going to put the bottom one on first, and then I'm going to get these edges in. Actually, I'm going to have to trim this off because I didn't trim it down as I should have. Because basically what we're wanting to end up with is a total of 5 1/4. In fact, I can actually cheat a little here. And I can take this here to see, because I already made one, where I finally got it right. This one is 3 1/2 inches. So basically, when you go to cut this off, we want to take it off the top because what we're looking for is the stained glass look right here at the bottom. So we're going to cut this down to, what did it say? 3 1/4 inches. All right, and it is a good thing I have my paper cutter handy. I didn't think I was going to use it today. I thought I had everything ready. So we're just going to do this at 3 1/2. And again, this design, the bottom, we want it to match with the bottom piece. So I'm just going to cut it from the top and get it to 3 1/2 inches. And as you can see, when we do this, I almost messed up. And I have to tell you, it's not the first time that I've messed up. Like I said, I had made like 3 of these before I even got it right. It wasn't even with this paper, it was another paper. All right, so we're going to take the other piece, and we're going to do the same thing, 3 1/2. We're taking it off the top of the design. And, you know, you may use another kind of paper, and it may not be this kind of design, but you're still looking for the stained glass effect. You didn't see me there, but I just took it to 3 1/2. I'll just show you. Right there. Okay. And actually, because I was trying to get it up there so you could see it, I actually messed up a little bit, so I'll go back to my 3 1/2 mark. Again, taking it off the top because we're looking for the, I call it a stained glass effect. You might call it something else. But I've done this with fabric and other things before. That just sort of reminds me of stained glass windows. Alright, so when we get through, let's see if we got it lined up again. I might not have got it lined up right again. Anything is possible. Alright, for whatever reason, I am not sure why I'm off. Okay, wow, I am glad this is Wednesday and it's hump day and I only have a couple more days left of the week. Thought I measured that off. Okay, that says 3 1/4. Oh, and I did 3 1/2. Alright, okay. So, guess what? I get to do this again. It's a busy week. It's been a busy week, so I am glad today is hump day. And I am looking forward to things being slower tomorrow and the weekend coming right behind it. Alright, let me do it right this time. Okay, I'm just going to test it out before I go any further because it's like, I really didn't plan on having to use it. Alright, why? Yeah, there we go. So it's going to say, please help me out there. Alright. This is the simplest one, so you can go to see if I was considering this the simplest one and I'm being challenged. Makes you wonder what's going to happen to the rest. Nah, the rest are going to be fine. I don't know why I messed that up, but that's okay. It is okay. The world did not end. Might rain today, but the world did not end. So I just sort of go ahead and lay this out so I can sort of get my spacing. I just try to do it because you're going to line up. So when you put this piece down, you're going to line up. So what I'm looking for right now is how I'm going to center my spacing here. As you can see, I just tuck it in a little bit there and down here. And then I'm just looking for the top up here, how I want to look that to look, and this down here. So I'm just putting a little bit of the black edge there. So this is actually ready for me to go ahead, put this down. So all we're basically doing is we're just going to use mainly paper and simple stamping. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to do a simple stamping on the tag. And then we move on to the next card. I can show you a little bit more simple stamping, but that's more than what's going to be on this card. Alright, so we're just going to get these down. I've got my handy dandy silicone step there. Mat, just in case. Get too carried away and don't do this. I don't have to be slow, but I don't have to be super speedy either. It seems not to like that when I do that. I don't know, each their own. We all do it differently. Okay, so I'm just giving a little bit there. So I'm just holding it because what I want to be sure is that my pictures line up. See, they do. I get my whole look there, my whole stained glass look. And that's what I'm looking for. There's no doubt if you mess up, there are opportunities for creativity, and we're going to sort of talk a little bit about that in just a second. And same thing here, I'm just going to line up. So actually here, when I put this one down, I'm not only just lining up here with a bottom piece, but I'm also lining up with a side piece. Now, let's see, I need to tuck it just a little bit more. Alright, that's looking good, looking good. Alright. I can put it down. Alright, so see, we have our stained glass look. Now you can do that with any paper. Any paper with designs on it, it's fine. Alright, so from here, then all I'm going to do is I'm going to add a circle. So I can put my tag on it. For me, my biggest challenge is what do I want to cover up? And well, actually I don't really want to cover up anything because everything's so cute. But I believe it's going to have to be this guy here. I could put it over here. I could put it there. It doesn't bother me one way or the other. I'm going to do it there because I really want to see this guy here. I get to see a little bit there, but that would cover it up. So it's just a matter of deciding where you want it. And these guys are also cute. I really don't want to cover up anybody. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this up with dimensionals, and then I'm going to stamp. And like I said, we're just going to use Stampin' Ink. I'm not putting ribbon on this one. I did the first one I showed you. I put ribbon on it, but it just goes to show you how things can look nice and different. Or different, I shouldn't say nice and different, just as a personal choice. I think they're all cute. It's cute paper. Alright, so I'm just going to cover this up because I really want that guy there. In fact, I'm going to just put it right about there. How about that? Alright, then here I'm just going to stamp it with Happy Halloween, and we're actually going to, you can do this a couple of ways. One would be that you could either put tape. I would just want to do Happy on top. So here's the stamp, Happy. I just want to do Happy on top, and I'll show you the other one I made, and Halloween on the bottom. And the way I'm going to do that is, you could either put tape where Halloween's at over. I'm actually going to be a brave soul, and I'm just going to lightly tap right over here from the word the Y from Happy. I'm going to tap it 3 times like I normally would on the edge, and I can look and see. So you can look and see. If I got any ink, I didn't get any ink on there. If I I might have wiped it off, or I might have wiped the whole thing off and started over. But you can do it any way you want. If I accidentally did get some ink on there, then I would have had an opportunity for creativity. Oh yeah. Alright, so I just go ahead and clean my stamp because I don't want any, in case there's any residue, because now I'm going to do the other side, Halloween. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to lightly tap it, but I'm going to work on keeping the edge away. I could have put tape down, just regular self tape over the word Happy, and that would have been fine too, but you could sort of say I was being a lazy daisy about it and sort of taking the risk, but it was okay with me. It was okay. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. Now, I wanted to add something else to it. The last one I added ribbon. I'm going to add dimensionals. So there's a couple of things I'm going to add. One, I want to add a bat. I didn't put a bat on my last one, but I'm going to put a bat on this one. So all I'm going to do then is, as in this kit, it's the same kit we did last week. It's got 3 bats. And I'm actually going to just use 1 bat. And so I'm going to ink the 1 bat, and then I'm going to fussy cut. Yeah, I'm just going to take the larger bat. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to tap 3 times. And I didn't get it all the way. Alright, if you don't know, just hold it, all you gotta do is look and see. Alright, and so I'm actually going to put this bat right here. Alright. I could put more bats if I wanted to, but I don't want to. What I want to do, and we'll see. If I fussy cut it and I don't like it, I don't have to do it. But this is why I always tell you to keep scraps. All I'm going to do is fussy cut around this. And I'm not doing any more stamping, so I'm going to go ahead and put this up with dimensionals. So it's ready, so you can see the look, what it's going to look like. I promise you this is really simple to do. Nana just is, I do not know why I made it more difficult than it really was, but it's really simple. Alright, now we're just going to fussy cut. I'm just going to fussy cut out this house here. And then I'm going to actually put it on the edge up here. And then I'll give, for one of those favorite little people, a spooky effect with all this cuteness. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of cuteness going on with this paper. This is beautiful paper. It's a cute Halloween out of the new mini catalog that just came out for August, and it goes through the end of September. Oh, that catalog actually goes through December. It's Celebration. That's actually through the end of December. But, okay, so see, then all I'm going to do, I have choices. I can put that little house right there to the side. I could put it at the top. I can hold on to it. Or I could even put it on this side. I think I'm going to put it on that side. Alright, that's not what I was originally going to do with it, but I like that. So, we will have a simple, and I will have to put it, let's see here. Because I'm going to use a dimensional. Alright, I'm going to put it right here. So I'm going to have to put it in this corner over here, so it stands out and not off the other side. See, that's doing too far. Okay. Okay, that'll work that way. Yeah, still put it too far down. Alright, so I want to make sure that when I do this, I'm trying to make sure that the white doesn't show. Okay. Okay, now we got it. Alright, so there we have a simple card made with paper, and we simply stamped right here. Okay, and here's just to give you another, here's what I did the first round. I actually put a bow instead. I didn't put a bat on here, but I may put another bat on here. The other thing I could have done, which I did with something else, is if it's too, if you say, well, it's not spooky enough, I need a little bit more to it, I get my sponge out. This is from my paper pumpkin. And you see if I just lightly do that. I'm doing this paper here. Just lightly do it, and just lightly put it in. It's not lighting, but see, it just gives it that nice brush effect. In fact, as we're talking about that, I'm just going to go ahead and do this right now to this. I'm just going to lightly brush it. I can just dab at it. And see, it just gives it where it's not, I know sometimes it just looks so plain, but I just did that. And I could easily do it to this one as well too, which I think I will, since I went ahead and showed you that. It's not going to mess up the bat, but I'm just going to lightly take the sponge. You could use a sponge dauber. I just had this, I had this handy from my paper pumpkin stuff that I was working on. And see, I just gave it a little smudgy look. Oh yeah. Sophia would like the fact that it's a little on the spookier side now. Alright. Gotta love those grandkids. They are lovable. Alright, let me set that aside so we can go on to the next card. So the next card that I'm fixing to do is actually from a class that I did this past Sunday. And I'm going to explain just a little bit to you and show you what I've done, because there's so many choices that you can do with this. And that's what I'm going to show you, because it's all about choices and having fun. And that's what we're going to talk about. Just having fun. So, let me get all my little pieces out of here so I can show you, because I have already pre-cut some. Now this one we're going to do simple, but there's always choices. There's always choices of what you do. So you have choices. So we're going to make this fairly simple. As I get some of my clutter out of the way here. So we can move on to this one. Alright, on this one here, the one that I have already made, the first one I made, so lots of times when I make cards, I make them and then I usually put them on my counter or like in here in the studio, my workshop, and I'll set them up on a ledge so I can look at them from a distance. Because you know, when you make it, you like it and whatever, but then from a distance you may say, well, for me, this one seems so plain when you compare it to the other ones I did. It's still cute, I still like it, I love the little bat and everything and all, but I'm going to show you some other things that we can do. I'm not going to change this card. I might later, I don't know, but at the moment I'm not. So what I did is I took the stamp and I took the bats that we just did, and I literally, just to show you some different examples, I just stamped it on the paper. It's just simple stamping, just how many bats do you want. I just, stamped it to see what it looked like on white, what would it look on this color here, and then on this color here. So you can see it does make a difference, but it was just the fact that I already know what I'm going to put in the center, so I just want to give myself some options of colors and choices. This is just, I always tell you have white scrap paper. This is just regular paper off the printer. I just want to see what the color was going to look like. This was different because I had to take some scraps and take some cardstock, because I will use this later, but I'm not doing it right now. But I wanted to show you what it looks like, and we're going to actually do it on this particular card that we're going to make. But I just want to show you what it looks like in different colors, because you do have a different look. Same stamp, same color. I didn't use black on this. I could have used black, but I didn't want it to be that heavy. I used the gray granite, so it's lighter, because I didn't want it to be the dominant, but I definitely want it to be the background shadow look. Give it that depth look and all. So basically what we're going to start with here is, here's what we're going to work with. And what we did to this is what I made on Sunday. And this is actually taking 2x2 paper, coming down the middle in half, and actually locking it together as a puzzle. So you see here, this is the back of it, and you can see in between the different color paper. So when you sit there and create these 2x2s, see, this is the actual purple one here, so I can show you. So all you do is when you get that cut in half, you just come to the midway point, and you fold it over. And when you do that, you do it to those two pieces. So you did that. I did it to that one, and this one is actually the other one. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, the stripe paper. So I interlock these two together, and you fold them over so you get this look and effect. If you didn't like doing that and didn't want to, you could literally just cut out 1 1/4 squares and put them together like this to have this look as well too. Then what we're doing here is we're actually just going to put this on this is 2 3/4 square. So we're going to actually mount this on here, and I'm actually going to do this with dimensionals. Because again, I'm going to use large dimensionals, not the mini ones. And I'm just getting this ready because I'm going to actually do some stamping here. At least I want to get this on here and out of the way, hopefully. Get my trash over to the side. Now I could sponge this white here. We're going to go ahead and stamp some bats on it. Just doing some simple stamping. Some simple paper here. You can do this with any color of paper, and I'm going to show you that in a moment when I get through. I'm going to show you some other paper I did this on. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I am going to sit up here and go ahead and stamp this. So I'm going to set this aside a second, and we're going to get the gray out, the lighter gray versus the black, and I'm going to take my bats again, and I'm just going to stamp. And I'm actually going to stamp mine this time just like I showed you with the card a minute ago. I'm just going to stamp all over. I could do second stamp like that, but it's very light. It just depends what you want. You know, for me, this reminds me of the bats coming out at nighttime, wherever they are, whether you're in Austin, Texas, or somewhere else. They just seem to all come out in a flurry. You know, and up not too far from here, you can go and watch the bats come out. And again, if you're not paying attention, you might miss them because they come out so fast and they're ready to move on. They are ready to go out there and eat those mosquitoes. That's what we want them to do. So, you know, just stamp around. If you think you've got enough, then stop. If you don't think you have enough, you know, just do my stamp clean off. Alright. So then when I go to put this on here, this is how it's going to look. I'm going to also have a tag, but just to give you an idea. So if you wanted to add, like I would want to add another bat, a dark bat right there. So I'm going to do like I did a while ago. I'm just going to take this on the edge, stamp it 3 times so I can get what I want. Okay, let's see here. See if I see anything else. Alright, and now I'll give it one right there with the residue ink on there. Alright, so the thing is, if you want to change it, you can. It's not a big deal. Now, in this particular case, I thought I would even use the sponge. Again, it's just simple, not complicated. And I'm just going to lightly sponge on it. And you can let me know if you like it or not. I did that last week. I just let people post whether they liked it or not. And that's all you gotta do, just let me know. Let's see here. Okay, I don't see any comments at the moment. My apologies if I missed you. I'm just gonna lightly, I'm just gonna lightly come through here. I'm not doing anything major. So I'm just lightly doing it. It's just gonna give it that whole spooky effect. I bet I'm going to see that little person that likes those spooky stories and spooky. We'll see if she wants to make some spooky cards and what her spooky cards would look like. I do not know. Oh, well, I actually used purple, but that was okay. Purple's going to look good too. I thought I had the black, but purple's okay. I was wondering about that. You know, sometimes you think it's the lighting. Blame it on the lighting. Well, in this particular case, I blame it because I grabbed the wrong thing, but that's okay. It looks good. I like it. I like it. Alright, so now I'm just going to sit here and put these on with dimensionals. Got a large dimensional there. So see, you can just make some little changes from one card to the next and have a nice card. Different look. I usually don't mass produce the look of anything. I might usually like to try to do two of the same thing if I can, just so I give one away and keep one as a spare until I'm through doing. And I'm just going to center this right here at the top, right there. Then all we have to do is put our tag down. So I had for a tag, again, we're going to do Happy Halloween, and we're also going to put this guy right here in the center. As I can. I just like this guy. I like all the little ghosts, but this guy just, you know, sort of special. Sort of special. Now you see how I did that? You've got the same look on the paper. So actually, if you wanted to, I did the light purple so you can see that I just did it lightly, but it just gives the same look as what you have on the ghost there. I can honestly say that was not intentional. I just realized now why I liked doing the sponge, why it went along with it. You know, sometimes you create and you don't have a reason to the madness or anything, or the reason to your creativity. You're just out to create. You know, this one I'm just going to put in the center. So we're going to do a stamp Happy Halloween on this here, and put this on the main card, and we will have a card. I could cut out something else, but I'm not. I might change my mind later, but for the moment, I am not. If you wanted to, you can. It's your card. You can do whatever you want. So again, we're just coming from the edge. I am tapping it there, and we'll get the happy on here. Ah, that messed up. See if I can go right back over that. I'm not sure if I can. Alright, let me do the other side and I can make my choices. So see if you mess up, just flip it over and do it again. Aha, okay. And now I'm just going to clean that off so that when I go do the Halloween part. But the truth of the matter is let's say that I didn't like either way. Well, then I would say, alright, which one out of the ones that I had opportunities for creativity do I like the best? And I would go with it, or most probably, I would say 9 times out of 10, I would go with it unless I just royally messed up. Then I would just get another piece of paper. So there you go. Alright, so this is ready to go in here. And it may seem a little lonely, and if so, we can think about our opportunities there. Let's see what we're going to think about this here. You really do see that I did fussy cut out a little ghost I hadn't used yet. Let's see what it's going to look like. Alright, there's your Happy Halloween. We got some simple stamping there. We just have to put this on, and let's see here. I did fussy cut out this guy. Looks like he's got angry management issues there or something. I don't know, he looks scary. I would say I want to put him there, but I think it's too much. Normally I would, but I think I'm going to put him right about here. I like that. It's just a little much there for me. You might say, well, I would do it this way. That is so good and so cool, because the whole thing is to sit up here and not necessarily get you to make exactly the same thing I made, but to stimulate creativity for you to go and create your own. And then when you do that, you need to share it with us so we can see what you created, because I know it will be beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Even on a Wednesday, on hump day. Alright. You know, and sometimes when I make a card, I like it, but you know, until I look at it on the mantle or somewhere, or on a shelf, or where I can just get a different viewpoint, I end up liking it. But I'll leave this way. I end up liking it, some of them even better than I did before. You know, when I create, sometimes I'm going like, what are you thinking? It's like, I'm not thinking, I'm just creating. It's like, that's obvious. Alright, so there we go. We have a very simple card with some layers here. We stepped it up with some layers, and we did some stamping in the background with a little of that sponge, just like we did on the first one. So this is where we have this card here. Now, just to give you an example, could you step that even more if you wanted to, so forth? Or can you get a different look? Absolutely. Here's the same thing. Same card. I used the same square, the same here. I used in the middle. I used the tag. I changed out what I had fussy cut. And then I just added these skeletons. I thought this paper was cute, and you know, I didn't like looking at just half a face. So I thought, let me add to it. So just different things that inspire you. Same card, but look how we got two different looks. Both fun cards. Alright. Now let's move on. And let me oh, you know what? Let me show you one other one. So I'll put these three together so you can see all three. So I did this one with ribbon. This one I did just with paper. This one here I did with just paper. And so there you go. Same setup, but different looks. Okay, there you go. Now I'll move on to the next one. And this is just some extra stuff I had left over. And then I'm going to show you some totally different looking paper at the end of some of those, just to show you how you can do it with, let's say, holiday paper. Alright, this one here, again, was from the class on Sunday that I did. And this is some from the same thing, where you're going to make 14 cards. Get everything out of here, just dump it all out. 14 cards, basically. And so these are some of the ones that are the in-between type cards as we get to that. Alright, so this is an example of what we're going to make. It's going to be similar. Alright, but we can do it simpler. I'm going to show you how you can do it simple as well too. But this is stepping it up, and so that's what we're doing here. So in this particular case, I'm actually so for the original cutout, this is extra. This is my cardstock. This is my tag, and this is actually the paper that we set up there and was used when we cut out the different pieces and we made the 14 cards. So what I did is you have to decide which sides of the paper you want to use, because they're all pretty. I was going to use this side here, and this one here, and this one here, because I like it. It's crazy. So with this, this is actually, when you look at these here, this is a 2.5 by, that can't be 2.5 by, because it's not a square. Alright, 2.5, okay, I see what I'm doing. 2.5 by 1 3/4. I'm telling you. Okay. So then what I wanted to do is I wanted to sit there and give it just a little bit more. Could I sit up here and put this paper on here? I'm going to do it sort of crazy because it's fun and crazy. So I want to do that. So you can actually put it on here directly. And if I want to put bats or do any kind of inking in the background, the white, I can. But I wanted to take it a little bit more. I liked it with this here. And this is just taking it up by about 1/4 inch. This is 2 3/4 by 2 inches. Okay, so it's just a 1/4 of an inch. And we're going to actually sit here and I'm going to glue this on here. But I have it one for each one, and you're going to see that in a minute when I go to do this. Why? Actually, that looks a little bit different color, so I'm actually going to put it behind this one here that's lighter, because the others are darker. And it is a little different color. Alright, so for me, I wanted mine a little bit crazier. So I sort of laid mine out like this. And you know, just cross over the paper. I'm just laying it out for the moment, because you know, once you stick it down, it is stuck. I might even change it. We'll see in just a second. We are winging this. I'm not sure that I will kind of like this or not. We'll see. I think I'm going to put, I already can tell you right now, I'm going to move the skeletons because they are the ones I like the most. I want them to stand out the most because they are tons of fun. Tons of fun. Alright, let's see if we can tilt this a little bit here. You know, and just play around with it wherever you get where you want to, and then you can go. I might like that better. Let's see here. And then this one here, I'm not going to be quite so crazy, but I'm just going to do a little off-centered. Okay, I like that look better. Okay, and I can actually tilt this more if I want to, because I didn't want it to look perfectly straight or anything. I still don't like that. Let's see here if we turn it this way. Okay, I like that better. Like I said, with these, you just need to play around with it until you get what you like. I just want it to be crazy, simple, and fun, and cute. Alright. I already know. Let me just go ahead and put this guy down. I already know what I want him to be. He's the easier of the three. And you know, when you get into cute paper like this, that's what it's like sometimes. It's like, okay, it's so cute. What do I really want? And sometimes it's process of elimination. And you know what? And actually, I could have just leave it. And we'll see how this looks. Just give you another food for thought. This one I'm just going to do slightly off, because that's just the way I want to do it. No special reason. It's just fun, crazy paper to me. And I just like to do fun and crazy sometimes, especially with the silly grandkids, because we get silly. So we have fun, we get silly. Alright, I'll do that there. But you know what I didn't think about doing that I could do? What if I removed the green from this here? Alright, so I could still have my paper being crazy and wonky, which I wanted, and then I could still have this here. I haven't done it this way, so you know what? We're going to do it that way. That way it'll be totally different from the rest of the stuff I did. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and get this prepared and put this down. Try not to get some of this put down until I am confident I'm ready for it. Because I actually could have changed the color too. It didn't have to be white. But it really makes it pop. The colors. All those fun colors. Because you know, after I got through doing the sponging, I think I'm going to do sponging on this one as well too. But we're first going to get this up here. And I'm going to go ahead and get this up. I'm just going to leave this flat because I'm going to put dimensionals on a piece of the green. You know, I think I'm going to use that purple too. We'll see in a minute. Okay. Let's get this on here. You know, I'm just going to have it cross over. It's okay. I'm not going to... You know, that's the thing is, it's your card. You can do whatever you want. You know what? I'm doing whatever I want right now. I changed from my original game plan to what I thought I wanted, which was what I wanted about 2 days ago. And today is Wednesday. So that just shows you what kind of week it is. It's been crazy busy. because Nana's getting ready. I'm getting ready to do an event, Adventurous Stamping event at Ingram Mall. So I've been working on that. That's this Sunday. So if you want to come out and say hi to me, feel free to do so. I would really enjoy that. And I just want it off a little bit from the top. I want it exactly like the top. So that's what I'm doing there. Alright, I'm going to put dimensionals on this here. Put this on here and it'll be ready for tag. But I'm going to actually do a little bit of inking. Not inking, sponging. You could ink it if you wanted to. You could spray it if you wanted to. You can do anything you want to. But I'm not doing that. I am just going to put this on here. And we're going to see how it's going to look. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And see, I'm just going to make it a little crazy looking there. Crazy fun. Crazy, crazy fun. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my Happy Halloween on here, because I'm going to decide then what color I'm going to use to sponge this. And I'm going to do the Happy Halloween. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it in the purple. This is actually called Highland Heather. There is a darker color, Gorgeous Grape, which is like really, really dark. It's so dark it almost looks black. But I'm going to do this one here. Now see, I had a little bit of ink right there, so I had an opportunity for creativity there. Oh, my Happy didn't go all the way through. Alright, it's going to be one of those. Alright, we'll do Happy again on the other side. I didn't get the Y. I don't know why I'm not getting the Y. But I have another side. Da-da-da. There you go. Alright. Now we'll do the Halloween part and we'll be through with this, except for now we're going to do the bats after this. Again, I just lightly stamped it. I just did that on the corner. And there we go. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm just going to put this on dimensionals. And I'm going to put it here. I'm still good with it right there. Alright, and then we're going to put some bats on here. And then we'll decide what color we're going to sponge with. So if you're out there, please say hello, hi, or something so that I know you're on. Because if I can, I'll be sure to say hi to you. And if you're watching this on replay, just let me know you watched it on replay, please. I enjoy that. That way you can see who's watching. The other thing is, if you have something you want me to sit there specifically do, this all came about. Someone wanted me to do Halloween. I'm not doing Halloween next week, so don't ask me to do Halloween next week. I'm not doing Halloween next week. Oh, I forgot to stamp it. Okay. I'm not doing Halloween next week. I might do it later on, but not next week. I've already done this 2 weeks, so I'm not doing it. Alright, so did I mess up? Well, only in the fact I really wanted to stamp that before I put that on, but I didn't because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to see if I needed to say hi to anybody on Facebook. Just goes to show you, and I've got black ink on my finger, but that's okay. It'll wash off the soap and water. It's just not coming off with just water. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do the bat. So I'm going to start with this one bat here. Let's see if I just got just that. Yeah. So if you ever want to see, just look and see. That's what I like about these polymer stamps here. And I'm just going to stamp it on the side. I just have to be a little bit careful, but you know what? I can still do it. I can still do it. Alright, we're just going to do, you know what? I'm going to do the two bats at the bottom. And again, let's see, all you gotta do is hold on a polymer stamp like this. You can see the ink that I got on there. And I'm just gonna put these two bats right there. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because you're supposed to do everything in odd numbers. I really want bat or something there. I'm not sure what I want right there right now. So I'm going to leave it alone. So the only other thing I thought that I would like to really do with this is to sponge it and give it that little sponge look. So again, I'm going to sit there and see, use my white paper here that I've got to the side, and see how that's going to look. So that's how it's going to look if I did it with white. Alright, I'm going to take that grape back out. I'm not going to do the gray. Well, I could take the gray. No, I didn't consider the gray. Alright, and I'm going to use another end. Okay, it went heavy on that first time, so you got to be heavy. I don't want it heavy, I just want it there. That looks pretty nice. I'm going to hold on to that one. I don't have to do everything in black. It's got a lot of black already. I might want to do the gray. Let me see what the gray looks like, because I have choices. And I'll have to try to keep an eye on the time. Yes, because it's later than I thought. This is, sorry, did the wrong one. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna go with a purple. I'm gonna go with a heather. Alright. So I still have one more card to make, so Nana needs to get moving. Alright, I just wipe my sponge off, just like I do my stamps, and I just make sure like that I didn't. So I'm just going to lightly tap it. See, I don't have it real heavy. And I'm just going to go around what I already did. Now, if I want it to cross over a little bit, I can. But I'm just dabbing it lightly, just to give it that whole little brushed effect. It's just light stamping. I'm not using my stamp. I'm just using my ink here. Could have done it differently? I might could have. But this is how I chose to do it today. I don't want to get too heavy because I'm not trying to make it the dominant, but I'm just sort of getting rid of some of that, all that white space. It looks so stark different there in white. Okay, looky there. There we go. All right, so that is our second card. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to toss this aside here because I thought I was going to use it and I didn't. But just to go show you, these are the same things here. I was just using the 3 pieces from the designer paper, but look how different that looks. Alright, and then here's another one that I did as well. Same thing, just did different colors here. I didn't put the extra paper here. Instead, I brushed the background with a sponge, and you can see the different looks that you get. Alright? Okay, so we're going to move on to the next card. And this one, again, is using... Actually, that was the third card. I'm sorry. Alright, boop, boop. I'm going to be on time then. Alright, so I wanted to show you some other cards. So here's some other cards that I did with the 3. As you can see, just the ones I just showed you, you get a different look. So I put them all side by side, and I'll post them later, and you can tell me which is your favorite. But looky there. All the same setup with the designer series paper, just changed a few little things, and you can get a totally different look. Alright. I'm going to show you another set of 3. So that was 3. Here's another set of 3. And I wanted to show you the Christmas one, just to show you the same thing that you just saw, where I sat up here and did with the 3. I just did a little bit differently, but I did it with Christmas paper. Same cut, same setup. I just did it differently. And then here's another one. I didn't put anything behind it. Reminds me of the Addams Family look. And I put Merry Christmas because this is designated for a person I have in mind already. So I just want to show you how you can use the same paper and get a different look. And I have one more Christmas one to show you. Looky here. All right, I did the same thing. If you look sideways, same cut, same right here, but I used different colors. I used this instead, and I used ribbon. Same thing. Got my squares. I just used different things in the background. So I'm just showing that to you just to show you how you can take a design and use it for making other cards. And last and not least, I'd be remiss if I didn't show you what Aunt Jennifer wants me to make. I haven't got to it yet, but it just shows you what you can do with the paper. This paper is for the same set, cute Halloween. This is the back of the cat, like this. And Aunt Jennifer wants me to create a Beetlejuice look out of this. I haven't done it yet, but I can and I will, and she wants me to use this as the tie. And this is just ribbon tied in a knot and fold. We're gonna fold. She wants me to fold it back. She's already telling me how to do it. I should just get her to do it herself. But anyway, she's got it folded back. I'm gonna have it down and tucked in like this. That's what she wants me to do. So when I do that and finish it, it's not my highest priority, I will be sure to show you. So with that, Nana's going to turn me back around. That is it for our Keep It Simple Stampin' Up. I'll post them out there online so you can see them and let me know which one is your favorite. And I'll try to send you a surprise as a result. But anyway, having a fun and adventurous week. Thank goodness it's hump day and you only have 2 days left and then you have the weekend. So make it adventurous and fun. And if you're out this way in San Antonio, I'll be at Ingram Mall from 12 to 6 on Sunday for a vendor event. We're just going to be in the hallways, I guess that's what you call them, out there in the mall in front of the stores. I don't know how it's exactly set up. I'll know when I get there. So there you go. All right. Talk to you later and see you next week. Be sure to join us on Friday if you can for Zoe and Nana Stamping. We'll be doing Teach Me Nana on Friday, and I'm going to show you how to take the July paper pumpkin envelopes, and we're actually going to make it into a treat bag, and I'm going to show you how to make it into a treat bag 2 different ways. All right, look forward to you on Friday at noon. You can join us Teach Me Nana, and see you next week on Keep It Simple and Step It Up. Bye.